How's it, Paul? So I'm going to just give you some feedback and show you how you can log in to the current Disa site, and obviously then make the necessary changes. I might end up doing more than one video. We'll just see how long it takes. So the first thing you need to know is that this at the top here is the address that you need to use, but I will send it to you in an email. So currently it's development.cmeservices.co.za/admin, and that then takes you to this login page. Your login details currently, and you will have an opportunity to create more users if you want to and edit the existing users. Apart from me, you can't get rid of me, unfortunately, but here's the password for the manager. So I'll also send that to you. So that you've got it. And what I suggest to you is that, that password's quite long, so just copy and paste it. Keep it somewhere safe and just copy and paste as I've just done now to log in. Don't try and type it out, because you'll have a look there, you'll never remember that. And the best thing is just to copy it. So we copy, and then we're in here. If this is blank, we just go in here and we can paste. Okay, and then we click on login. Alright, so when it logs in, you will see that you've got a whole lot of options on the left here. This is your menu, and this allows you to do the editing that you need. The right hand section will contain whatever you go to. So currently, when you log in, you go to the dashboard. So at a glance, it just shows you that 13 posts have been created and there are 21 pages. There are a lot of pages that are sort of created and tested that aren't being used. So those, they don't take up any space or anything, so they can just be left as they are. I will probably end up deleting some at some stage. Recently published, so you can actually see what's recently been published, and these are linked to the actual item. So if you click on here, it's going to take you to that item. I'm not going to worry about that. You can have a look when you log in. A quick draft. So in other words, if you are wanting to create a new special or something, or not a product, but if you want to create a let's say a new featured item in the scrolling banner at the top, you could start typing it in here and save it as a draft and then edit at a later stage. But there's a better way of doing it, and that's doing it through here, through posts. So just to explain to you, posts basically are they can be considered items of information that appear on your site. Media would be things like your images. Pages are static pages that also have obviously information like the front page, the About Us page, Contact Us page, that kind of information. Products, this is where you obviously create your items, your products, and you can list them by clicking on products, or view them by clicking on products. You can add a new product and you can have a look at categories. I'll go through all that with you in a moment. The Yop poll, this is the poll that you've got access to create polls if you want to, and make those active on your site. You don't have to use it. Newsletter option, I'll be spending I'll be creating a separate video for this, because it's quite a lengthy one that you need to have a look at. The appearance, widget and menus, I'll talk more about that as we go along. And then your users, the flipbook, this is the catalog section that we can create that has that sort of flip effect that I showed you previously. So that's what that is. The collapse menu, if you click on that, it just collapses the left hand section and makes this section bigger, but you can expand it again by clicking the icon at the bottom. At the top you have your Disa Sports is the name of the site, obviously. You also have visit the site, or visit site option, when you move your mouse over Disa Sports, and if I click on that, you will see it then takes me to your site. But you'll notice that you're still logged in as an administrator, so you still have all those options, or some of those options at the top over here, and you're still logged in. Please remember, when you're finished working on the site, do log out, because if somebody else comes to your computer and sees that you're not logged out, they have access to editing your information and things like that. So just bear that in mind. To get back to the dashboard, you just simply click on dashboard that I did just now. You also have this new feature over here, or section, where you can create a new post. You can add new media like images or videos. You can add pages, you can create products, and you can add users. So those are the options over here. Alright, so I think the first thing, let's have a look at these products, because that's probably where you want to work to start off with. So if I click on, or if I move on mouse over products, and I get the subsection over here, products, if I click on that, it's going to take me to the listing of all the products. So now you can see that we have 33 pages. We're on page 1. There are 33 pages of products, and it lists, I don't know, it looks like it lists 20 products per page. So we have a 600 and something products listed. Sounds about right. But what you're able to do here is you can open up an item simply by clicking on the name, or you can open it by, you can edit it by clicking edit. You also have a quick edit function. You can send it to the bin. In other words, if you do that, it's not going to be visible on the site. It's still available as a product in the bin section over here if you do bin it. And you can obviously view the product, and you can duplicate a product. Duplicating is quite a nice feature, because if you've got something similar, then you can duplicate it and just go and change the name of the product and change the image and the price possibly. Then you don't have to worry about adding it to categories and things like that, because it's, you know, it's duplicating what currently exists. You can search for products by date as well if you need to, but these are just gives you the month that the product was added. Or you can select a category. So you can see here we have all the categories that we created for the products. So if I went, for instance, to have a look at bowling machines, I click on it, but I then have to click on the default option at the top over here, and that then is going to bring up all the bowling machines that we have listed over here, and I can then go and edit. Quick edit is a nice functionality because it keeps your list available wherever you are, but it allows you to change the name of the product if you want to. Don't worry about the slug. Don't even ever touch that. Don't worry about the date or a password. Don't allow comments. But what you would most likely do here is you would change the price and things like that. But I can see this Kookaburra pasteband bowling machine has more than one variety of price, so that's why you don't see the price here, because it's showing or has a variety of options. This is where the categories are listed, and you can deselect and add the product to different categories. So you can see it's currently listed under cricket and the bowling machines. Okay, if I take that off, it's going to remove it from that. If I take it off and click update. So I'm going to cancel here quickly. So you can actually see that this is a product that has variations or options with different prices, because it tells you from. Okay, here we have a product which does not have variations, but it doesn't have a price listed, and therefore it's going to show price on request. I just want to find some products which have got prices. So let's go for instance to agility and fitness accessories and filter that, and then I will show you. So we can currently see that the solid wood accessory has a price of 150. If I go to quick edit here, you can see that I can then change the price. Okay, simple as that. And if I then update it, okay, nothing's changed on this particular item, but if I then update it, you're back to where you were in accessories, and you can then go to the next one in the list and change the price. Interestingly enough, this is where you can also set your sales price. So I'm just going to open up in a new tab, where you have products that are listed on special, So if I click on specials, you will then see these products are listed on special. So these products have got a price set in the specials section over here, sales price. Okay, so for instance, plywood bat set, if I leave the price at 110 here and I add a new price of 100 as the sale price, I'm going to update this. Okay, it's finished updating, so you can now see product. It actually shows you that there was it's a special price because it has the old price of 110 crossed out over here, and then it shows 100 here. If I go back to my specials and I refresh this, click on it again, it's going to list that plywood bat set here now. There you go, you can see it now. So you can see it's listed at 100 Rand. I'm going to go back and remove it by clicking quick edit, and I'll just remove the sale price. Obviously, if you're going to have a sale price, you have to have a price listed at the top here, otherwise it's not going to work, and that price at the top needs to be more than the sale price, obviously. So click on update again. Finished updating. I can refresh my page. I'm just going to refresh it up here, and you will see that the plywood bat set is going to disappear. There we go, it's gone. So you now have these items on special. There's no limit on the number of items you can have on special. You can have as many as you want. To do a full edit of a product, rather than doing a quick edit, you can click on the edit link over here. It then takes you into the full visibility of the product. This is the name of the product. You can give a long description about it over here if you want to. You can then see here's the regular price, there's the sales price. This is the short description that appears. If I go now to sports, agility and fitness, let's go to accessories. So just to show you then, if I find the plywood bat set and I click on it, when it goes into the product, you will see that it has a description over here. And that description is what we see here under product short description. And you also have the ability to obviously change the product image if you want to. So if I remove this image and I update the product at the top, if I go back in here and I refresh this page, just waiting for it to finish, you'll see that this image is going to disappear now. The image to follow is going to disappear, and it comes with a standard image set by the system. And then you can obviously go back and set a new product image. When you set an image, you'll see all the products that have been added will be listed here. So you can actually, it's easy to add a new image. I just know that the image that we use, that's called image to follow, has a name of, oops, not it's image. It's easy to search for it. Then I can just select that and I set that as the product image. You will then see here it is, and I then go and update the product. And then when I refresh the product again, we will now see that the plywood bat set will have this image to follow is set there, and related products are listed below it. You have your product categories. Don't worry about anything else like product tags, because you're not going to use that, or comments or anything else that you see below here. And don't worry about product gallery images. What I will show you in a minute is I want to show you variable products and how you deal with those. Those are the products that have got options, like the cricket bowling machine that we saw, the Paceman bowling machine. So I'm going to go to it quickly and just in the shop side of things, it was this Kookaburra Paceman bowling machine from 4,695. So there you go. These are the options. So this product is a variable product. That's what it means when it has the options, and I'm going to show you how that works in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to go back to products, and then also just to show you, categories are here. If you need to edit categories, you will see here are all the categories listed. You can add a new category, you can delete category. If you delete a category, then those products are no longer going to be visible in the shop. The categories will disappear from here. So just bear that in mind. Okay, also before I go and show you the variable products, media, in other words, where do you add new images? So if I click on media, it takes me into the media library. So then you can see all your products over here, all the images that have been loaded. If you're going to delete an image from here and it has been attached to a product, that product will then no longer have an image associated with it. So just bear that in mind as well. Rather don't delete anything, rather add new images, and you can obviously then change the image for the product. So you can see there's a whole lot of images here, and then obviously we've got things like your logo and stuff like that, and other images that we're not using, like suppliers that are used, and some of these other images, these old images. But I would just recommend you don't delete anything, just add new images. So you can either click on add new over here, or you can click on add new on the side here. And it's simple to add an image. It says to you over here drop files here, so you can click and drag, or you can simply click select files. And I don't know if I've got anything on the desktop. Pictures. So there's a picture of Mika. So it's as simple as that. You can actually see the image has then been added at the bottom over here. It's busy working on it. Once you see the image, it's been added. If I now go back to the library, you will see that the image will be appearing at the top over here. And I'll delete it in a minute, but just to then show you, if I now go to products, you'll see that that image will be available to select as an image for a product. So if I go back to edit the product, a particular product, I can remove this image and I can set a new product image, and you will now see that there's Mika over here. Obviously I'm not gonna add that, so I just need to find the T-bone tackle bag that we had. There it is, and set that as the product image again, and then I can just update. Or if you like, I've made a few changes here, but I don't need to update. I can just simply go away from here, navigate away, because then the original image will still be there. There you can see it's listed. Okay, to show you the variable product, let's go back to Cricket bowling machines. Remember, you select and then you click on filter. You can also search for products, by the way, by typing in partially of a name or a full name. But if I go here and I go to edit now, you will then see that this particular product, in the section you don't see a price, and that's because it's been changed from a simple product to a variable product. Okay, because it's a variable product, there are two things you have to look at: attributes and variations. Attributes is where you set up, and then let me just expand this. So you can actually see that I've added an attribute called speed, and you need to select both of these tick boxes, and then you can set your attributes. What are the attributes for this particular machine? There's a 90 kilometer option and there's a 120 kilometer per hour option. So those are the options. They need to be separated by this. You can see the straight line that goes down. You can find it on your keyboard, shift, and it's just above the enter key. Okay, so you need to enter that in, and there shouldn't be any spaces between. You then create your attributes, and because you've clicked on use for variations, you will then have it available in the section of here. But I will show you in another video how to create variations in a more detailed section. But this is where you now set. If you expand this under variations, you'll see that this is a 90 kilometer variation, and there's the price for that. And if there's a sales price for that, you can put that in there. And then as you keep going down, I would ignore the rest of these options for that, but then you get your 120 kilometer option, and there's your price for the 120 kilometer option. And if you make any changes, all you do is you click on save changes, and it automatically updates. That's where you would change that, but otherwise everything else is the same in terms of the product image, and in terms of, I'm just going to close the section so we don't see all that, and in terms of your product description, What I have noticed is that there's spelling mistakes all over the show in the price lists, but I mean, for me to go through all that would be a nightmare. So I mean, you obviously have the option of going through that and making changes as you need to. Whenever you then update or whenever you've made changes, make sure you click on update at the top here. That will then update your product, and it will then be visible whatever you've updated on the site over here. Also, if at any stage you find that you've got these appearing in the wrong order, like you've got the more expensive one appearing first, what you can do is when you move your mouse to these three little stripes over here, it becomes a cross like that. You can simply drag it down, hold your mouse button down and drag it. So now you can see the 90 kilometer is going to appear below the 120. And if I click on save, and I then go and refresh my page where the visitor would look at the product, you'll see that the 120 is appearing below the 90. Okay, so it's as simple as just clicking and dragging one above the other and then saving your changes. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that we've got the cheaper price appearing first by saving. There we go, by refreshing the page. I think I'm going to stop there because I've given you quite a lot to think about. So just to reiterate, when you log in, then media to add your images and products to work on your products. We'll have a look at some of the other options at a later stage, but I'm going to stop there for now. If you have any questions, obviously either send me an email or give me a shout, and we can help you with those. I will send you an email with the login address that you need to use, as well as your username and password. All right, thanks, Paul. Cheers.